Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to The Whiskey Friend with me, Alan. Here we are again, brand new video. It's the final leg of my little trip down memory lane, guys. I'm going to cut the series now with this one. And what a way to end this little series. I've thoroughly enjoyed going back and tasting some old friends and some old whiskies from the past, and this is no exception. This one is probably one of my all-time favourites. Certainly my all-time favourite. Sherry Bomb's possibly up there. In fact, it is up there. It is the wonderful Glengoyne 25. It is from the Glengoyne distillery, just on the outskirts of Glasgow. 3 stills there at Glengoyne. It's got the slowest stills in Scotland. It's bottled at 48% ABV. It's natural colour. It's non-chill filtered. It has a 25-year-old age statement. So, without any further ado, guys, this one's going to be a cracker, and I'll be right back. Glengoyne 25, eh? Wonderful. Sherry Bomb comes to mind. It just rattles right off the tongue. One of my all-time favourites. It is unhurried since 1833. What else can I say? I have reviewed it a couple of times in the past. This was the highest score that I ever gave a whiskey, which is 95 out of 100. So, without any further ado, guys, let's nose it. Let's dive straight in. I did have it covered up for the last hour or so with the Whiskey Friend coin, but I wanted to get some aroma into the room, and it's certainly in the room now. It's all sherried. Big sherry notes. Sherry Bomb. Rich sherry. Colour-wise, it's a beautiful dark amber going on there. Little bit of red hue going through it, and you're probably saying again, as usual, looks like a big pour in there, Alan, but it's not. If you're regular to the channel, you know it's just one of those tiny little Whiskey Friend Capita glasses. But let's dive in. Sherry. Dark fruit, red fruit, raisins, figs, dates, red apple. So much red fruit. There's that big bust of... It's got Christmas cake all over this one, guys. It's a definite Christmas cake note. Those raisins, cherries, all of that's there. But it's one of those, maybe there's Christmas puddings, but it's soaked in booze. It's got that smell around it. Lots of red fruit, lots of red apple. Picking up a lovely citrus note there. Maybe some orange, maybe some tangerine. But it's so spicy. It's a wonderful spice note. Cinnamon, clove. There's probably a few other spices in there, but it's very spicy on the nose. Fruity, spicy. Christmas cake. What more could you want? But it's now, the more you dive into it, there's a beautiful rich dark chocolate comes through. Big chocolate note on the nose. Spicy chocolate. Is there such a thing as spicy chocolate? Is there such a thing as fruity chocolate? It's all going on here. It's got a wonderful balance to it. It's all kind of layered. The spices there in the back throughout. It's very fruity. Wow, so good. It's chocolatey, it's fruity, and it's spicy. I've reviewed this a couple of times and it keeps coming back to me. The nose in this is wonderful. I actually have stated a couple of times, if Glengoyne decided to make air fresheners, then this would be my perfect, ultimate air freshener for the car or for the house or wherever you wanted to freshen up the environment. This is the kind of nose that you should have on that air freshener. And I'm getting it again today. Little bit of sweet tobacco, little bit of old leather, polished leather, lots of plums, lots of red apple. Wow, what a nose. As you know, guys, we like to nose whiskey on the channel from time to time, but we also like to sip it from time to time. And here we go. We're going to send this one down the hatch. Nice and responsibly, of course. Glengoyne 25. Down the hatch. Cheers. Always leaves me speechless, this whiskey. Once I sip it, spend some time with it in the mouth, it's chewy, it's wonderfully, wonderfully dry on arrival, it's spicy on arrival. Hello, old friend, good to be back, good to have you back. Where have you been? It's chewy, it's spicy. It's rich. It's got a wonderful, rich, creamy, thick mouthfeel. It's 25 years in first fill sherry. 25 years in those beautiful dunnage warehouses. On arrival, it just sucks all the saliva out your mouth. It's really, really dry and spicy on arrival. Then the experience comes in. This is the main event. It becomes juicy, fruity, spicy, chocolatey, dark chocolate, rich dark chocolate, red fruit, raspberry, strawberry, red apple. Goes a little bit, as it develops, it becomes a wee bit more stewed fruit, so maybe some stewed raspberries, stewed strawberries, almost like a fruit compote thing going on. Then there's the dates, the figs, the raisins, the tangerines there, the orange, that citrusy note, with the stickiness. I think there's a little hint of honey in there too. So it's becoming honeyed, maybe even bordering a little marmalade, sticky marmalade note. Jammy, raspberry jam, strawberry jam. So mouth coating. Guys, need some research. Have to have a second sip, so here we go, down the hatch. Oh man, so good. On that second sip, it's spicy, it's fruity, dry, then not for too long becomes really mouth watering. So the story is continuing, but this time now, it's got a little bit nutty. Walnut, hazelnut, that stewed, jammy, sticky thing is going on. Nutty, it's like a chocolate nut thing going on. It's syrupy now, it's like a syrup, it's sticky, it's jammy, it's nutty. The leather's there as it's heading towards the finish, the leather comes through. The sweet tobacco comes through, but through this main event, guys, it's beautifully balanced, it's beautifully layered. It becomes in dry, then it's mouth watering, it's mouth coating, it's spicy, then it becomes fruity, then it becomes jammy. You'd think 25 years in this oak and 25 years in the first fill sherry casks, that first fill sherry, you think it would all be unbalanced. This is beautifully balanced. It's wonderfully layered. Everything comes in when it's supposed to come in. The layers are wonderful. Nothing's overpowering. The fruit is, yes, it's big with fruit. Yes, it's big with spice. Yes, it's dry and mouth-watering. It's nutty, it's chocolatey, it's fruit compote, it's Christmas cake. But it's balanced and it's layered and it's wonderful. Yes, the elephant in the room, guys, is that it's an expensive whiskey. The great thing is it's not too difficult to pick up. It's easy to pick up. So if you're that way down your journey and you're a sherry head and you love your sherry whiskies and you're deciding maybe to buy a special bottle for a special occasion, maybe a 25-year-old, this would be my first choice 25-year-old whiskey. Yes, it's gone up a wee bit in price, but what hasn't? Everything's gone up. Let's do a little bit for the finish and I'll get myself going, guys. It's time. Oh my goodness. Need to catch my breath, guys. It takes my breath away every time I have a sip of this. Finish. Super long, spicy, very spicy finish. A little bit of dryness, a little bit of wood. You'd expect 25 years. Some nice tobacco, sweet, soft tobacco, a little bit of leather. It's nutty and it's chocolatey, it's fruity. Wow, what can I say about this whiskey? Guys, this is one of the all-time great whiskies. This is one of the all-time great 25-year-old whiskies. It's one of the all-time great sherry bomb whiskies. Yes, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried it? Have you liked it? Have you not liked it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Dive into the comments, guys, and let me know your thoughts. But, wow, this whiskey, I actually scored it as the highest score that I've ever given a whiskey, which was a 95. I'm not scoring these revisited videos at the minute, but I'm going to make an exception for this one. This one for me is still up there. It's still way up. I've dropped my scoring down a little bit, so this would still be really, really high. I'd probably make this a 93 at the minute out of 95. And that's not distracting from the 95, because when I was scoring them then, it was a definite 95. Now, this would still be one of the highest scores that I've given out in a minute, would be a new with 93. So, wow, what a whiskey. What a fantastic whiskey. If you like the video, don't forget to give me the thumbs up. If you've hit that subscribe button and you haven't hit the subscribe button, then what are you waiting for? It's just down here. You're helping the channel massively on its way to the magical 7k. Patreons, I love my little Patreon community that I've got going. I've had a couple of new Patreons recently, so welcome on board to those. Big thanks for them. If you feel that you like what I'm doing and you may want to help support the channel, check out the Patreon page. If you like it, I'd love to have you on board and let you join my little community. But other than that, I'm Alan, I'm the Whiskey Friend, and until the next time, as always, the pleasure's in the sharing. And don't forget to send some great whiskey straight down the hatch. Cheers, folks. See you in the next one.